What's up, guys? For today's watch review, we're going to be talking about the Casio AE1200 and AE3000. So you've got the 1200 here on the left and the 3000 on the right. Before we get started with the review, let's do a quick wrist check. I am rocking my Pulsar PW3001, an absolutely fantastic watch, super budget friendly, very good quality. I've done a review on this and I'll probably be doing an updated review here shortly. I'm trying to get a good lighting on it. There you go. But definitely in my top 10 favorite digital watches. But going back to the Casios, starting off with my first talking point, let's do a quick 360, and I will have the product dimensions on the screen here. But yeah, nothing too crazy going on with the case back or really any of the materials. And that's the common theme with the AE series of Casio watches. They're very budget friendly, nothing too crazy with the material, just stainless steel and plastic. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Alright, next talking point is price. As I said, budget friendly. For both of these watches, or for really any AE Casio watch, you are looking at spending around $26 to $40. $26 being before taxes, and $40 is what you're looking at out in town, out at a shopping mall or at a store. So yeah, not going to break the bank, and definitely be able to get a good quality watch without making your wallet cry. Next talking point is tactical, schmactical, dressy, or casual. So for the 3000, I'm going to say that's really limited to casual and maybe tactical. I think that as long as you don't go overly too crazy with it, it will survive the elements. I mean, it's been great with water resistance. Let's check the back. Let's see what it says here. 10 bar, water resistant 10 bar. So that's a perfectly respectable water resistant rating. But for the 1200, that you could probably pull off as a dressy watch too, just because it is known as the Casio Royale, because it is reminiscent of the James Bond timepiece. And you know, I think there's a very large cult following on this watch because it has that retro, elegant, sleek look to it. So, kind of like nerdy, sexy, if you will. But yeah, so 3000, you know, casual, tactical, and then for the 1200, you could probably add in dressy to that. Alright, next talking point, we are looking at functions. So functions, I absolutely love the AE series, because you get a lot for what you're paying for. So already on the main screen you can see this is an analog clock, or a digital representation of an analog clock, and it's not necessary or required at all, but it's just it's like a added touch that really ties everything together, and it just makes you smile when you look at it. And so we'll go through the menu here, or the modes. So here's the mode button right here. You've got your world time mode. So basically you can just scroll through planet Earth and go through every single time zone. And it might be hard to see, but whatever time zone you're in gets highlighted on this atlas right there. Next mode or menu is alarm. Then you got your timer, stopwatch, and back to main time. And in main time mode you can set 4 separate times. So if you hit this button here, you can cycle to T2, T3, T4, and then back to T1. And you know, for $26 you cannot beat that. That's just fantastic. Casio hit a home run when they made the AE series. Now going over the 3000 series, one thing that really benefits the 3000 series is this huge display. And if you can't tell the difference, so this case is about 39.5 millimeters, and this one is 55 millimeters. So that's a substantial difference between the 3000 and the 1200. But going over the screen, here, let me move this so I'm not constantly focusing in and out of the thing. Alright, so you've got your 3 separate times that you can select. So right now I've got Chicago, New York City, and LAX. And that's great. Like, for me to have all 3 of these time zones displayed on the main screen is fantastic. Now, you know, and for people, this would probably be more beneficial to international businessmen, because then you could have, you know, all your major areas that you communicate with all on your screen, and you don't have to calculate anything or, you know, go online. You know exactly what time it is at any of those places. So that's a really cool feature. And then you've got, so here's your mode screen here, or your mode button. What's this? Your alarm screen, and then you've got your main time displayed right there on top. Your stopwatch, your timer, and then back to main time. And then in order to select your master time, or whichever time is displayed on this bottom portion, you just hold this button right here, and then you can shift like that. So super easy. And then to adjust whichever time you want up here, you would basically just make that time your master time, and then hold the adjust button to change whichever city is displayed there. So very, very easy. Let me just get it back to LAX. My OCD is killing me here. Yeah, but you know, just a plethora of features for $26. You cannot complain about that. And even just a presentation, like as you're scrolling through the menus, you know, that's just something that makes you smile, or at least it makes me smile. All right, let's put this back here. And then my next talking point, which is illumination. Let's go ahead and turn off the lights. So I really like the illumination on both of these watches. It's a very pleasant, easy amber light right there. So this is the 3000. And the reason why I like this is because it's great for when you're in zero light environments. And this is the 1200. Yeah, when you're in pitch black, or you know, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to look at the time, it's not going to burn out your eyes. Alright, next talking point is visibility, I believe. Let me look through my list. Yep, visibility. So as you can tell, visibility is fantastic at any angle, at any time of day. Next item is button and crown placement. Button placement for the 1200, for my preference, it could be better. As I don't know if you know, but I am quite physically active, so any kind of wrist flexion will probably hit these buttons, and not a big deal to me. As far as the 3000 goes, you know, perfectly fine. But yeah, the 1200 buttons are a little bit more pronounced and not very well protected, so just, you know, keep in mind that they are probably going to get pressed. So when you look at your wrist to look at the time, you might be in a different menu other than main time. Next item is band quality. It's an AE series watch, stainless steel band. You know, nothing special, but perfectly fine. And the reason why I like it is that it's stainless steel, so very low maintenance. You know, it's not gonna dry rot on you, and it's not gonna rust. I mean, if it does rust, you know, it's probably gonna have gone through hell and back. So no, you don't have to really worry about it ever. Next item is my overall thoughts and should you buy this watch. So there are few things that really put a smile on my face these days when it comes to watches, just because I've seen them all, and I guess it's not so much expensive watches that make me excited anymore. What really makes me happy is going on some random trip to Walmart or whatever and coming across watches like this that are fully functioning, capable watches that don't look like crap and are extremely budget friendly. That's what makes me happy these days. Because as I get older, the things that mean more to me are value and functionality. There's a few rare occasions where I like to splurge and I get something that's a little bit expensive just because, it's something that I've always wanted. But it's watches like this that are really the apple of my eye these days. They're so simple, and as I said before, the amount of maintenance that they require is so low. They don't ask for anything from you other than to just wear them every once in a while. They've got 10-year batteries, so honestly, you're never going to need to change the battery on this watch. And by the time you do, you're probably already sick and tired of this watch. So the lifetime of this watch will give you everything that you need from it. And yeah, that's really all I got to say about these watches. I'm probably going to do another AE video just because I'm not going to lie, I've got 2 more Casio AE series watches coming in the mail. So expect that in the next week. But for now, I just really wanted to share these 2 watches with you because they're just so humble, and I feel like they need a shout out. Granted, everyone knows about the 1200 series, but the 3000 series is the little bit heavier set, thicker brother that is still just as hardworking. So anyways, that's all I got to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that this helps you with your next watch purchase. You should definitely buy these watches if you have been looking at them. If they're in your wish list on Amazon, just go ahead and buy them. They're super cheap. They won't break the bank. And anyways, tune in for my next episode, and thanks for watching. All right, bye.